us. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
You bag.
Go on with it.
Hey, B, she's there again.
Yeah, let's ignore her, love. Come on, you heard me.
Cut it out.
Dry rot. Huh? Dry rot. Your place is riddled with it. What's your name, dear?
Heather.
Oh, and what brings you and your friends to this neck of the woods?
Well, what's it got to do with you?
Well, I was only asking, dear.
Well, shove it, lady.
I beg your pardon?
I said we've got as much right to our privacy as you have to yours. So why don't you pull your head in?
I was only trying to be friendly.
Must be like a day at the trots for you, is it? With a bunch of criminals.
No, what's going on out here?
Well, I was just commenting on the fact that you and your friends have got a lot of hard work in front of you.
Yes, there is rather a lot. Nice day for it.
What's that?
Gardening.
Oh yes, I quite forgot. My curiosity got the better of me.
Oh, is that a fact?
Yes, yes. I saw you here yesterday. The house has been empty for so long, and I was just wondering...
We're voluntary workers.
Oh, how commendable.
Yes, it is, isn't it? We do a lot for the local kiddies.
The local kiddies.
The Housing Commission kiddies. They've got nowhere to muck about, so we're doing this place up as a play centre.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, well, if you'll excuse us, we'll get on with the good work.
Lizzie. Good afternoon. My name's Jim Fletcher. I believe we're neighbours.
How do you do, Mr. Fletcher? I'm Thelma Reid. I was talking to some of the girls yesterday. I think you're doing a marvellous job.
Yes, well, they would be doing a good job if they're allowed to concentrate on it.
Well, I'm sure I agree, and I'm quite sure your organisation would approve of what you're doing.
Organisation?
Yes, yes, I've been trying to work out which one you belong to. I'm a member of quite a few of the local charities myself, and I've been racking my brains trying to work out just where you come from.
Yes, well...
It's something to do with the kiddies, isn't it?
Yes, Housing Commission kiddies. We've been trying to think of a name for this place, haven't we, Jim? But haven't been able to come up with one yet.
Oh, that's lovely, dear, but what exactly is the name of your charity organisation?
Self-help. It's called Self-help.
I've never heard of it.
No, it's a very new organisation. Mrs. Reid, if you'll excuse us, please, we've got some more work to do.
I reckon you owe me one, Jim.
What'd she say, B?
It's not just the noise, it's just that I can't find out anything about this organisation you seem to belong to.
Yes, well, we're a charitable organisation, Mrs. Reid.
Well, I must say, you don't seem to be very charitable. You or your friend there.
What do you mean?
You just stand around and watch while the women do all the hard work. It's almost as though you give the orders and they jump to it. Now, in all the charities I belong to, we all pull together.
Yes, no... Birdsworth, where do you think you're off to?
Oh, it's these cold winds, Mr. Fletcher. Just have to go to the toilet. Won't be a sec.
Don't you think it's about time you told me exactly what you're up to? Now, just a minute, young fella, my lad. What have you got there?
None of your business.
You've got something to do with those wretched women, haven't you? I've seen you hanging around.
I have not.
You come along with me. I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
Leave him alone, you old bat.
How dare you speak to me like that?
I'll speak to you any way I like, because you're nothing but an old busybody who can't mind her own business.
I happen to be a concerned citizen who's trying to find out who you are and what you're doing here.
You want to know who we are? Well, I'll tell you. We're from the lunatic asylum. We're fixing up this place for the other nuts. We're a bunch of loonies.
You're not really a loony, are you?
Of course, I'm not shrimp.
Excuse me.
Yes?
You're from welfare too, are you?
No, I'm a prison officer at Wentworth.
Well, I wouldn't have thought that welfare had anything to do with a prison. Still, I've always thought there was something funny about those women.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Which one of them have you come to pick up?
I haven't come to pick up anyone. I have business with the officer in charge of the prisoners.
Prisoners?
Not that I think it's any of your business.
We'd better be going. Sorry to have disturbed you like this.
That's all right, no harm done. Uh-oh.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm the lady who phoned you about this outrage.
We have investigated the matter.
Then you're going to have these women removed.
Well, actually, no.
I'm a taxpayer, and if you happen to be unaware of the fact, my taxes help to pay your salary. I expect some action.
As I was explaining to Mr. Fletcher here, we follow up any complaint, justified or unjustified. And I have seen no behaviour of the type you described over the phone.
Not at the moment, perhaps. But I regard these women as a threat to the community, and I demand some action.
Well, I'm sorry, but unless you can give me concrete evidence that something is wrong...
What, you mean we have to be bashed over the head before you'll do anything?
I don't think that's very likely to happen.
Well, that doesn't satisfy me. I shall speak to your superior officer.
Well, you're perfectly free to do that, of course. I'm sure the inspector would be more than happy to assist.
These women are dangerous, and there's not enough supervision, only 2 officers.
2 officers is perfectly adequate for 6 prisoners.
Oh, that may well be. But what about the women inside the house? Who's looking after them?
They're preparing lunch.
They could be up to anything.
Would you like to go and have a look?
Yes, I would.
Would you care to join us?
Might as well, yes.
Well, as you can see, the house has been left to go to rack and ruin. The women are putting it back into some sort of shape again.
Pretty big job by the looks of it.
Yeah, but they've got plenty of time.
Look, how long is this going to go on for, these women running around loose?
Well, as long as it takes to get the house back into some sort of good repair.
That could take months. I still say there isn't enough supervision.
2 officers is more than adequate for 6 women.
For 6 women, did you say?
That's right.
It's funny, I've only seen 5 women.
There are definitely 6 women. Come on, hurry along, you lot. Is this the lot of them?
There are only 5 women, Mr. Fletcher.
Where's Burns?
I don't know. She was here a little while ago.
Check out the back. Lizzie, she was preparing sandwiches with you a minute ago. Where is she?
I don't know. She can't be far away.
She's escaped, hasn't she? I said there wasn't enough supervision, and now there's criminals running around loose.
Well?
It certainly looks that way, wouldn't you say, Mr. Fletcher?
Yeah.
You sneak these dangerous characters into the neighborhood without telling us, and now they're running around free. No one is safe.
Doreen Burns is not dangerous. She's not a violent person.
But how do you know that? She's a criminal, isn't she? How do you know what she'll get up to? And you want to put more of those people into this house.
The people that'll be using this house wouldn't be dangerous criminals. They'd be first-time offenders.
First time and what are they if they're not criminals? No one in the street can feel safe. You should at least have told us of the plan before you put it into operation, so that we'd have a chance to object.
Really, Mrs. Reid, there's no
I,
need
for
for you...
one, will be calling a meeting to let the local people know exactly what's going on. To let them know they've got a bunch of criminals right in the middle of their suburb. Criminals who are free to come and go as they please and do exactly as they want.
So, Mrs. Reid.
Yes?
Why don't you shove it?
That's enough, Smith.
Well, she's giving us the irrits, Mr. Fletcher. Why don't you
I
tell
said
her
that's
where to
enough,
get off?
Lizzie.
A general alert's gone out on Burns. With any luck, we should pick her up pretty quickly.
Good.
By now, she's probably hiding in somebody's house. She could have even found some sort of weapon.
Mrs. Reid, I told you, Doreen is not dangerous.
She could be hiding in my house. I left the front door unlocked.
She'd fix your little red wagon pretty quick.
I'll escort you to your house and check it out for you, Mrs. Reid. I suggest you get the women back to Wentworth, Mr. Fletcher.
Yes, right.
Mrs. Reid?
You can tell your department they haven't heard the last from me.
Don't forget, Doreen knows where you live. She can come back and get you tonight.
You're not helping yourselves, you know.
Well, if all the locals in this neighbourhood are anything like her, we've fat chance we got her opening this centre.
Oh, she'll have it stopped for sure.